Welcome back to ABCGH Spoilers channel. Today we will learn about the latest tangled web of drama, secrets, and shifting alliances in Port Charles as the storylines for Thursday, April 24, 2025, unfold with high stakes and emotional confrontations. Family tensions and emotional crossroads. The Falconary family finds itself at a critical juncture as Lulu and Dante come together to address simmering family issues. Their son, Rocco, feels increasingly entangled in the ongoing disputes among his grandparents, which threatens to overshadow his own well-being. This meeting between Lulu and Dante becomes not just a discussion about Rocco's feelings, but a deep dive into the generational patterns that have long defined the Spencer and Falconary families. They reflect on how family drama can ripple through the years, impacting even the youngest members. Lulu, ever the peacemaker, suggests new strategies for supporting Rocco, perhaps involving him in extracurricular activities or seeking counseling to help him process his emotions. Dante, meanwhile, grapples with his own guilt about the family's instability and vows to break the cycle for his son's sake. Their conversation is a poignant reminder that in Port Charles, personal growth often begins at home, and the choices parents make today will shape the next generation's future. Willow's journey in Drew's hidden depths. As Willow prepares for her trip to Germany to see Michael at a renowned clinic, she confides in Drew, expecting his trademark support and understanding. However, Drew's reaction surprises her. He is uncharacteristically tense, his demeanor revealing flashes of anger and manipulation that Willow has rarely witnessed. This moment marks a turning point in their relationship. Drew, who has always been the rock for those around him, now faces his own vulnerabilities as he confronts the possibility of losing Willow's trust. The conversation quickly turns from logistics about the trip to deeper questions about loyalty, honesty, and the sacrifices they are willing to make for family. Willow senses that Drew's protective instincts may be masking deeper insecurities, perhaps related to his own past losses and betrayals. Their exchange leaves Willow both unsettled and determined, as she resolves to face Michael and seek clarity about her future, even if it means challenging those she loves most. Carly's calculated moves in Jason's dilemma. Meanwhile, Carly is orchestrating a high-stakes plan behind the scenes. Having learned of Willow's imminent departure for Germany, Carly is furious with Jason for facilitating the trip, believing it undermines her own agenda. She confronts Jason with a fiery intensity, accusing him of betrayal and poor judgment. Jason, ever the stoic enforcer, tries to explain his reasoning. He believes that Willow and Michael need to resolve their issues face-to-face, and that honesty is the best path forward. Carly, however, is already several steps ahead, preparing to launch a surprise custody hearing that could upend the lives of Willow, Drew, and Nina. She consults with her trusted legal advisor, Diane Miller, strategizing how to catch everyone off guard and secure the outcome she desires. This confrontation between Carly and Jason is more than a personal spat. It is a clash of philosophies about family, loyalty, and the lengths one should go to protect loved ones. The tension between them is palpable, with both refusing to back down, setting the stage for further conflict. Nina's calculated risks and Portia's predictions. Elsewhere, Nina Reeves is at a crossroads, contemplating whether to reveal her past romantic entanglements with Drew to Willow. Portia Robinson, ever the keen observer, speculates that Nina could use this revelation as a weapon to drive a wedge between Drew and Willow. However, Portia warns that such a move would be fraught with risk. Nina's own relationship with Willow could be irreparably damaged if the truth comes out. The two women engage in a tense conversation, weighing the pros and cons of honesty versus manipulation. Portia, drawing on her medical and personal experience, advises caution, suggesting that secrets have a way of surfacing at the worst possible times. Nina, torn between her desire for control and her fear of losing Willow, considers alternative strategies, perhaps even enlisting Portia's help in gathering information or crafting a narrative that serves her interests. Their alliance is uneasy, built on mutual need rather than genuine trust, and both are acutely aware that one wrong move could unravel everything. Tracy's intriguing proposal and Ezra's calculated response. Tracy Quartermain, never one to shy away from a bold move, arranges a clandestine meeting with Ezra Boyle. She presents him with an enticing proposal, an opportunity that promises significant financial and strategic rewards. Ezra, shrewd and cautious, questions whether Tracy is truly willing to back her words with action. The negotiation is tense, with each party probing for weaknesses and hidden agendas. Tracy, drawing on her years of experience in business and family intrigue, makes a compelling case for partnership, hinting at the potential for mutual benefit if they can trust one another. Ezra, however, is not easily swayed, demanding concrete assurances before committing to any deal. Their exchange is a masterclass in negotiation, with both parties leveraging their knowledge of Port Charles's power dynamics to gain the upper hand. This meeting could have far-reaching implications, potentially shifting alliances and altering the balance of power in the Quartermain family and beyond. Laura's warning and the looming threat. At the heart of the episode, Laura Collins issues a grave warning about the consequences of driving Sonny Corinthos out of his territory. She argues that removing Sonny could create a power vacuum, inviting far more dangerous elements to seize control. Laura's perspective is informed by her years of experience as mayor and her deep understanding of Port Charles's criminal underworld. She shares her concerns with Ezra, urging caution and strategic thinking. Laura paints a vivid picture of what could happen if order collapses: an influx of ruthless outsiders, increased violence, and the destabilization of the community. Her words carry weight, prompting Ezra and others to reconsider their next moves. Laura's intervention is a reminder that in Port Charles, the line between law and chaos is razor thin, and every decision has the potential to tip the scales in unpredictable ways. Sonny's health crisis and the ripple effects. Amidst all the scheming and strategizing, Sonny Corinthos faces his own life-or-death battle as he prepares for open-heart surgery in Los Angeles. The news of his condition sends shockwaves through the community, with friends and foes alike pausing to reflect on his legacy. Carly, despite her complicated history with Sonny, is deeply affected by the prospect of losing him. She offers her support, even as she grapples with her own plans and conflicts. The impending surgery becomes a catalyst for introspection and reconciliation, as characters across Port Charles confront their feelings about Sonny and what his absence could mean for the future. The possibility of Sonny's demise raises questions about succession, loyalty, and the fragile alliances that hold the city together. As the clock ticks down to his operation, the sense of urgency and uncertainty grows, setting the stage for dramatic twists in the days to come. Each storyline this week is a study in contrasts: loyalty versus betrayal, honesty versus manipulation, and tradition versus change. The Falconary family's struggle highlights the enduring impact of generational conflict, while Willow and Drew's confrontation exposes the hidden fissures in even the strongest relationships. Carly's machinations demonstrate the lengths to which some will go to protect their interests, while Nina and Portia's uneasy alliance underscores the dangers of secrets and half-truths. Tracy and Ezra's negotiation is emblematic of the constant power plays that define life in Port Charles, where every alliance is temporary and every promise is subject to renegotiation. Laura's warning serves as a sobering reminder that the pursuit of power often comes at a steep price, and that even well-intentioned actions can have unintended consequences. Sonny's health crisis, meanwhile, casts a long shadow over all these events, reminding everyone that life is fragile and that the future is never guaranteed. As the citizens of Port Charles navigate these turbulent waters, they are forced to confront their own motivations and the consequences of their choices. Next, we will learn about the tangled web of secrets and revelations swirling around Gio Palmieri, Lulu Spencer, and the Quartermain family, a story that's about to shake Port Charles to its core. The Gathering Storm, Unraveling Family Ties. The Quartermain mansion has always been a hub of drama, but recent events have set the stage for a revelation that could upend the family's dynamics forever. As Dante Falconary's birthday approaches, the family gathers, laughter echoing through the halls. Yet beneath the surface, tensions simmer. Sonny Corinthos, ever the patriarch, hosts the celebration at his new home, but his mind is elsewhere, on the quiet support he's provided for Joe's musical aspirations, and on the subtle changes in Lulu's demeanor. Gio, a talented violinist, prepares for his performance at the upcoming nurses' ball, unaware that his true parentage is the subject of heated whispers. Raised by Camilla, a friend of Lois Cerullo, Gio has always believed his mother was a touring musician who happened to give birth in Los Angeles. But as the family reminisces, Lulu's sharp instincts pick up on inconsistencies in Joe's story. The timing of his birth, the secrecy surrounding his adoption, and Lois's anxious glances all point to a deeper truth. Lulu's relentless pursuit, the detective within. Lulu Spencer, recently awakened from a long coma, finds herself thrust back into the heart of Port Charles intrigue. Her investigative instincts, honed over years of navigating family secrets, are sharper than ever. After stumbling upon Martin Gray's detailed notes about a private adoption, Lulu begins to piece together a puzzle that others have worked hard to keep hidden. Her conversations with Gio reveal more than he realizes. He shares memories of his adoptive mother and hints at a childhood marked by unanswered questions. Lulu, ever the sleuth, compares timelines and realizes that Joe's birth coincides eerily with the child Brooklyn Quartermain gave up for adoption years ago. The more she learns, the more convinced she becomes that Gio is not just a distant relative, but the biological son of Dante and Brooklyn. Secrets and sacrifices, the weight of truth. As Lulu's suspicions grow, she faces a moral dilemma. Should she confront Brooklyn and risk reopening old wounds, or should she go directly to Lois Cerullo, the one person who seems to know more than she's letting on? The burden of truth weighs heavily on her, especially as she watches Dante and Gio bond, oblivious to their true connection. Lois, meanwhile, is trapped in a web of her own making. For years, she has protected her daughter from the pain of the past, orchestrating Joe's adoption and keeping the secret from everyone, including Brooklyn herself. Now, with Lulu closing in, Lois fears the fallout. She knows that if the truth comes out, she could lose everything: her daughter's trust, her family's unity, and perhaps even her place in Port Charles society. The confrontation, loyalties tested. Unable to keep her discoveries to herself, Lulu finally decides to confront Lois. In a tense, emotional exchange, she lays out the facts, the matching birthdates, the adoption records, the uncanny resemblance between Gio and Dante. Lois, cornered, tries to deny it, but the evidence is overwhelming. Tears streaming down her face, she begs Lulu to keep the secret, arguing that revealing the truth would only cause pain. But Lulu, driven by a sense of justice and loyalty to Dante, is torn. She believes that everyone has a right to know where they come from, and that hiding the truth only perpetuates more lies. The confrontation leaves both women shaken, their relationship forever changed by the weight of what has been revealed. The fallout: what comes next? With the nurses' ball fast approaching, the stage is set for a dramatic revelation. Gio, unaware of the storm brewing around him, prepares to perform, his every note echoing with the unspoken secrets of his lineage. Lulu, wrestling with her conscience, must decide whether to reveal the truth to Dante and Brooklyn, or to honor Lois's desperate plea for silence. Meanwhile, the rest of Port Charles remains blissfully unaware of the impending upheaval. Drew Kane's downfall looms on the horizon, and Willow faces her own setbacks, but it is Lulu's relentless pursuit of the truth that threatens to overshadow all other storylines. As May sweeps approach, fans can expect explosive confrontations, tearful confessions, and the kind of high-stakes drama that only General Hospital can deliver. Deep Dive: The Psychology of Secrets. This storyline offers a fascinating exploration of the psychology of secrets and the lengths people will go to protect their loved ones. Lois's actions, while misguided, stem from a desire to shield her daughter from pain. Lulu's determination to uncover the truth is driven by her own experiences with loss and betrayal. The tension between these two women reflects a universal struggle. When does protecting someone become harmful, and when does revealing the truth become an act of love? The dynamics between Dante, Brooklyn, and Gio are equally complex. Dante, unaware that he has a son, forms a natural bond with Gio, drawn together by fate and blood. Brooklyn, haunted by the choices she made as a teenager, must confront the reality that her past cannot remain buried forever. Gio, caught in the middle, faces an identity crisis that will force him to re-evaluate everything he thought he knew about himself. Imagine if, in a dramatic twist, Gio discovers a letter from his adoptive mother revealing hints about his true parentage. The letter, tucked away in a violin case, could provide the final piece of the puzzle, forcing Gio to confront Lois and demand answers. Alternatively, the nurse's ball could become the setting for a public revelation, with Lulu seizing the moment to expose the truth in front of the entire town, sparking chaos and heartbreak. From a narrative perspective, this storyline exemplifies the soap opera's ability to blend personal drama with broader themes of identity, family, and forgiveness. Each character's choices ripple outward, affecting not only their own lives but the fabric of the community. As secrets unravel, relationships are tested, and the possibility of redemption hangs in the balance. As the truth about Joe's parentage edges closer to the surface, Port Charles braces for impact. Lulu's quest for answers, Lois's desperate attempts to keep the past buried, and the innocent bond between Dante and Gio all converge in a storyline rich with emotion and suspense. Stay tuned to ABCGH spoilers for all the latest updates, because in Port Charles, no secret stays hidden forever. Next, we're diving deep into the evolving journey of Ryan Pavey, the beloved Hallmark and General Hospital alum, as he navigates life beyond the spotlight, reconnects with fans, and contemplates a possible return to acting. A new era for Hallmark and the hunk shortage. Let's begin by examining the current landscape at Hallmark Media. The network has recently undergone significant leadership changes, with Lisa Hamilton Daly's departure and Darren Abbott stepping up to oversee all consumer-facing endeavors. This shakeup comes after a period where former CEO Wonya Lucas was credited with diversifying Hallmark's programming, but also faced criticism for underutilizing fan-favorite stars like Ryan Pavey. In 2025, Hallmark found itself in what fans dubbed a hunk shortage, as Tyler Hynes and Andrew Walker dominated the screen with multiple movie releases, leaving room for the return of other stars. The network's robust new slate for 2025 to 2026, featuring fresh genres and a record number of holiday films, signals a renewed openness to both established and emerging talent. This environment creates a fertile ground for speculation. Could Hallmark's evolving strategy and the demand for familiar faces pave the way for Pavey's return? The network's history of capitalizing on fan nostalgia and its expansion into new storytelling formats suggests that a comeback for beloved actors is not only possible but likely, especially as Hallmark seeks to maintain its lifestyle brand status and compete with rivals like Great American Family. Fan events, the IOU Tour and Christmas in July. Ryan Pavey's relationship with his fanbase has always been a cornerstone of his career. After stepping away from acting, he orchestrated a unique fan experience, the IOU Tour in La Jolla, California. Unlike traditional conventions, this intimate gathering was limited to just 30 guests per session, offering fans a chance to dine, chat, and explore the local area with Pavey himself. The exclusivity and personal touch of these events not only underscored his gratitude for his supporters but also hinted at his desire for genuine, meaningful interactions in a world often dominated by fleeting celebrity encounters. Building on this momentum, Pavey announced his participation in the Christmas in a Small-Town event in Dahlonega, Georgia, a town celebrated as the backdrop for several iconic Hallmark Christmas movies. This three-day celebration, complete with autograph sessions, photo ops, and festive activities, positioned Pavey alongside other Hallmark stars and immersed fans in the holiday spirit months ahead of December. The event's popularity and the rapid sellout of tickets for his IOU tour reflect both his enduring appeal and the powerful connection he maintains with his audience. A year of reflection, life beyond Hollywood. Stepping back from the relentless pace of Hollywood, Pavey embraced a quieter, more grounded lifestyle. He openly shared with fans that the entertainment industry had taken a toll on his mental health, describing it as pretty taxing on the heart, mind, and soul. Financial setbacks, including hacked bank accounts and stolen investments, further contributed to his decision to leave Los Angeles and focus on caring for his mother, who was battling lung cancer. During this hiatus, Pavey found solace in the simple pleasures of life, surfing, building custom jewelry, and enjoying the tranquility of the beach. He frequently posted about his hands-on projects and the peace he discovered in working with his hands, contrasting it with the instability and superficiality he experienced in the acting world. This period of introspection allowed him to reconnect with his passions outside of acting and to prioritize his well-being and family. Hints of a comeback, social media teasers and fan Q&A. Despite his retreat from the limelight, Pavey never fully closed the door on acting. In candid Instagram Q&A sessions with his substantial following, he fielded questions about his future in film and television. When asked directly about a Hallmark return, he responded with characteristic humility and humor, "That's a question for them, huh? I'm gonna see if I can find a friendly face there to have a conversation with, who knows, worth a shot." He clarified that while he would love to do a film now and again, the decision ultimately rested with the network.